So I had a sex date tonight. This is the same day. It's January 11th. It's almost midnight. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I just treated my acne on my body, and gonna do my teeth. Then I'm gonna do my face. And it's the same day as the Jeffree Star videos. So you're going to see this video a lot later because it's in the queue. But the Jeffree Star videos I just shot and uploaded. It's like real quick. They were so spontaneous, which is what needs to be done when something is timely, right? The first video picked up pretty quickly. And the second one, oh, it's starting to. Now picking up, I mean, I'm talking like the first, I had like 40 views and like 3 new subscribers in an hour. Now it's at 65. Okay, we're not talking thousands, but you know, I gotta take what I can get, you know what I mean? Considering I'm not promoting it, you know what I mean? I'm not going onto people's pages and commenting and telling them I just did a video, you know what I mean? So I'm doing it just an upload, thumbnail, and title, pretty much. So, anyways, back to the sex date. It was someone a couple of years ago that, you know, it was a regular thing, but then I just got bored of it. And the thing is, I came back. I won't tell you where it was. I mean, it's a place where people congregate. Just say it that way. And I was gonna leave. It was like there was no one there, you know. Saturday night, whatever. And then I see him, or he sees me, and it took me a while to, you know, because I slowly had to get out of alignment with him not because he's the hairdresser of the CEO of the companies that was fucked with, but I mean, but that's a bit of shame with that. But I mean, well, that it didn't grow into anything. I went on I mentioned this in videos a couple years ago. I went on a date with him, and he didn't look like he did in the dark place, you know, with a baseball cap and trying to be all a character, you know, an over masculine muscle boy type thing, right? And then in person, it was, I didn't recognize him, right? If he didn't come up to me, I wouldn't know it was him. And also the PDAs in public, it was like overstepped my boundaries. Like if we're in a dark place, anonymous is one thing, but then in public, it's completely different. It's like, don't assume that, you know, the same behavior. But also, it kind of shed a light that he wasn't being his true self. You know, he was trying to be this sexy persona, but that's not who he is. So I kind of felt jaded after that. But, I mean, the thing is, the main thing is the insecurity that really turned me off. You know, talking about being in a relationship and stuff, but he's, you know, I get the impression he's more of a hoe than a relationship type person, right? So it seems a little contradictory. I didn't get those signs. And I fully relate, because I think I give off that vibe to some people, but you kind of just have to be a little... I've been on a few dates recently, so it's just kind of changing how I deal with things, you know? But today, I mean, I would have laughed if I didn't see him, but I wouldn't have been disappointed if I didn't see him, you know, type thing. I thought about it once to see if I would if there would be some sort of spark sexually at least. Like the guy who comes over every now and then, I mean, he can come over anytime he wants, you know what I mean? But I leave it at that, you know. But this guy, it's like total service of me. But then every 2 minutes it's like, are you okay? Is everything okay? You can leave if you want to. It's too much. And that kind of turned me off. And so I sense that he's very fragile, and if I say, yeah, I want to leave, it just makes me feel uncomfortable to having to state my boundaries. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. It's like he's expecting people to leave, and I guess that's why I did. And he was like, "Oh, I just want to know," and whatever. It's like, okay, you've had a lot of experience being rejected, so being overly vigilant makes me feel uncomfortable, and it's going to make it that you're going to be rejected anyways. It's like a complete lack of confidence. Does that make sense? So I relate, I understand, but it's like, it's heavy. It's like every 2 minutes asking me, do you want this, do you want that? No, stop. And I'm not going to say no, stop. I'm just like, you know. And we never talked about anything. Like the first time, like 2 years ago, we talked a lot, knew he was an artist, knew he was a hairdresser, like all that stuff. This time, nothing. Now, it could be like he probably knows the situation with my businesses because, you know, the CEO bitch probably said something because I wouldn't put it past her, and then he maybe chose not to say anything. Or maybe he's not a hairdresser anymore, like he's not in that anymore, and it's like his own problems. I can't assume things, you know. That's the thing with borderline, that you have to think wider than just like, oh, he didn't talk to me about how my businesses were because he knew I fucking lost them, and you know, I don't know what he knows. You know what I mean? I'm in the right mind now to see that. But I'm glad we didn't talk. You know, his Instagram even doesn't even have pictures of him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. It's weird. Not in the sense that he doesn't have pictures of himself so that way he's not narcissistic or whatever. It's just like, it seems, the vibe that I'm getting, it's just, I'm not getting a vibe that vibes with me. It's basically that. So, I would like it if it was like the guy, you know, just calls me, comes over once in a while, doesn't make it too much of walking on eggshells thing, so I feel uncomfortable. But that's it, every once in a while.